There he goes. Hey, what's going on? We got the old Red Scorpion here.
ZX Infinite.
We got No Limit Wrestling here, and we haven't been here for a while, but we just got done watching night one of Summerslam, and we were a little late on the first two matches, but we listened to it on the radio. Liv and EO, I was really hoping was going to win that title. Not a big Liv fan. I'm not sure your opinion on her.
She's all right, she's there. She's all right and stuff,
They decided that she was okay enough to keep the belt on her, so that was that. And then one of our friends that was there made a good point. He said that Io's not going to beat her twice, and I guess wishful thinking on my part, but I don't know. I just kind of think that the Liv Morgan thing's getting stale, but it is what it is. Then we had the big six-man, the Bloodline versus LA Knight and Royce Keys and Solo. We listened to that one on the WWE radio station on the way over to the place where the Islanders? In Stockton. Cali, back home in the 209, visiting the sun here. And we listened to that one, and it sounded pretty good. LA Knight's team picked up the win. Interesting with Solo being a face. Where do you kind of see? I know we were talking about how we both were surprised the Bloodline lost that on the way over.
That was an interesting direction. I'm wondering what they're going to go for next in terms of that, because I know that Bloodline's been winning recently. So I mean, So I don't know exactly what they're planning on. I don't know if Solo's gonna turn on, Royce and LA, or just go heel, go back to the Bloodline. I don't know. The Rock, Haku, what I'm saying? Like all together. I don't know. Anything can happen, I guess you could say. So.
A lot of pieces in that, and where is that gonna put LA Knight? In terms of the title picture, then you got Solo and Royce Keys both making their way up that card too. So I mean, it kind of elevates them. So over the Bloodline, Jacob fought too. He was getting that huge push, and then he, obviously Jey Uso was a former champ, and I kind of feel like Jimmy was starting to make the push. He beat LA Knight on Raw not too long ago. It's interesting to see where that story is going to go. And then let's see, the next match was the first match that we saw. Gunther and Nick Aldis, and we were both talking on the way over to the bar too that we both thought Nick Aldis would probably win this. They'd have a rematch, and Gunther would beat the shit out of him or something like that. But did not happen that way. Gunther got the tap out. Good match. Your views?
Overall, pretty good. I mean, Nick Aldis brought the fight to him, but it wasn't enough to do the damage against Gunther. He's on an unstoppable streak right now, it seems.
Yeah, no, I agree. Only thing that I would say about the match itself, because it was really good to me, it was the best match of the night. I really thought when Gunther beat him with the sleeper, he probably should have either made him pass out or should have held the sleeper on a little bit longer and tighter, and then Nick Aldis tapped out. So it was kind of like he dropped back, put him in the sleeper, Nick Aldis frailed for a little bit and then tapped out, and that was it. So kind of felt like that was like, dude, all this fight for just that. So other than that, again, my favorite match.
I agree on that one for sure.
Next up, I believe, was the women's six-woman match. Fatal Influence and the Bellas and Paige. Decent match. Not really a fan of anybody in the match except for Paige, for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Fatal Influence, they're getting there.
Yeah, I don't know. They're doing their jobs because they're making me hate them, and so they're doing their jobs. That's for sure. Just not sold on any of them just yet. Nothing about them that's really fancy. Just glad to see Paige back in WWE. Always one of my favorites there. One of our buddies that was there called them turning on Paige at the end of the show. It's exactly what happened. So that one was like, okay, I get it. Now that sets that up. I think somebody threw out AJ Lee's name possibly to come back and help Paige down the line. We know she's done. She's wrapped up, but who knows?
No, could happen.
Yeah, it was an okay match for what it was. Nobody really messed up too bad, but it was okay for what it was.
Putting over the younger talent, new stars.
Which makes sense, because they're really putting the strap on the Fatal Influence, giving the belts and stuff like that. Yep. Speaking of belts, the next match was for the WWE title. The Street Fighter promo for the movie, and then the way that they did Cody's entrance, dude.
That was awesome.
Marking out. I had my Street Fighter shirt on earlier today before I switched it over to Wolfpack. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Great entrance. Probably one of my favorite Cody entrances.
One of the best in a long time. I think it's one of the best entrances in a long time.
Yeah, seriously.
Sure.
And we're both excited for the movie. I think that's going to be a really good movie. So I loved the way they incorporated it. Had the Street Fighter logo on the whole time. CM Punk walking out to no music. I'm still trying to get used to that. It's kind of interesting. I don't know what the backstory is on that. But anyways, when it came down to the match, I thought it was a good match. It wasn't a great match by any means. Cody's had better matches. Seth's had better. Punk's had better matches. But it was a good match for what it was. I don't know what's your take.
I mean, yeah, it was a decent match. I feel like it was not bad, but at the same time, I feel like it's just added to the saga about the two matches.
I think by far the best thing about it was Randy Orton coming out of the crowd and giving Cody the RKO.
Yeah, that was a highlight for sure.
Probably the best. Yeah. Oh yeah, best part of the match. I was telling one of our buddies there that Randy grew on me. Like it took me a long time to really get into the Randy Orton.
I remember talking to you about that too. I think was it 3 years ago? We were talking about Randy Orton or something, and then you said that, and I was like, yeah, I didn't know that at first.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw him way back in the early 2000s when he was a rookie in a dark match. He had like a fro.
Oh,
yeah, he was all scrawny and everything. I'm like, dude, this guy sucks, bro. And then when he became the youngest champion and everything, I was like, dude, no, come on. And then now I'm like, dude, like this guy, hands down, probably the best wrestler in WWE right now, in my opinion. There's a lot of good ones too. So just him always hitting the RKO. That's just that I love that. And then I'm just kind of burnt out on Cody. I'm not a CM Punk fan, but I'm just burnt out on Cody. So him,
the heel turn.
Yeah, I really thought that was going to happen. I was telling him I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. Didn't happen, but I smell the seeds planted, and I kind of feel like, I don't know how you smell seeds planted, but I kind of feel like with CM Punk getting the win and everything like that, like I kind of felt like that story could continue. We could go in a different direction because you got Finn and Sammy tomorrow. But I thought it went the way I thought it should have. It seemed like CM Punk was a little gassed. But the match was good. It was definitely good.
I think you mentioned Nick Aldis too. Was a little gassed.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that in that one too. He was definitely gassed. You could tell he was going hard in the beginning, and he kind of wore himself out. He hasn't wrestled in 3 years or whatever, so that happens. But he looked great, like you said. He brought the fight.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome. And then, like I said, CM Punk. That match was pretty good. Toe for toe, hold for hold, that kind of stuff. But it definitely ended the way we thought it would. And of course, me and the guys here were all debating which match was going to go last, the title match or the Hell in a Cell. I thought Hell in a Cell would go last, and that's what ended up going last, Oba and Brock.
That's the next match. But I did want to mention real quick, Cody's gear was pretty cool.
Shoot.
Like Gil from Street Fighter.
I'm trying to rush too much. Yeah, dude. The entrance from the gear, the music, the gameplay video.
Thumbs up.
That was awesome. Like, that was just... Yeah, like you said, one of the best entrances I think I've seen.
In a long time.
Hands down, definitely probably my favorite Cody entrance.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one for sure. Actually, now I think about it.
Yeah, that was cool. They did good with that one. And then in the Hell in the Cell.
I didn't see their first two matches, just this one, but I thought this one was good. I thought it was kind of good. Very
physical. I saw the Mania match. I did not see the Clash in Italy match. I just saw the highlights for it. I read the highlights, my bad. Because I kind of figured if they did two, that was what was going to happen. And we kind of figured that Obi would win this one, and Oba, and he went out in a good way. The match was pretty good, I thought, for what it was. It was probably my second favorite match of the night. Just hard-hitting, two guys just throwing each other around like they're 20 pounds, like 20-pound dumbbells. Yeah, dude, they were just slapping each other. Like crazy, hitting Germans and forearms, and Oba was punching chairs and
still chair shot with freaking Brock throwing it at freaking Oma.
It was crazy, and then just the way that it fell flat with the finish. I like the tombstone on the boards where Brock ripped up the.
That spot was good. Never thought I would see a spot like that from Brock, but hey, he did it, and I like that spot. That was a good spot.
Honestly, I don't even remember anyone ever tearing up the canvas and exposing the boards like that. So
and then to do a tombstone, that's
on his knees. He wasn't wearing knee pads. Dude, the sound was incredible. Mm-hmm. Great match. Definitely thought that the finish was flat. I thought that Oba should have either powerbombed him on the wood, which we were talking, and we kind of feel like maybe the wood may have broke, which that would have been awesome, but of course it wouldn't have been safe. Or just at least powerbombed him one more time, because Brock hit him with 3 F5s and he kicked out. You hit him with 1 powerbomb, boom, it's over. Like, I don't know. Or just have like Brock just swing a bunch of times and miss and gas himself out. So that kind of fell flat for me, and then he came out and endorsed him as the next big thing or whatever, but which was kind of cool. So overall, I thought night 1 was a pretty good night. There was a couple things I was like, but overall I really felt like the return, the RKO, the turn by the Bellas.
Yeah, that was interesting as well. Yeah, that
makes sense because they were heels most recently. Yeah, pretty good show. What do you think? I would say B+.
I like a B+. I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah. So night one pretty good. Anything you wanted to add that I forgot? Or
I think that's about it. That's everything that we wanted to mention and more. So I feel like that's it for night 1, and then we'll see you guys for night 2, SummerSlam.
All right, guys, take it easy. We'll see you next time.